Sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash that subscribe button, turn your notifications so you are notified each time I upload, and please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all so much, and I am saying a very big shout out to every one of you for all the love and support you all give me here. I am grateful, and you all are super sweet. So today, Asians are calling themselves, canceling themselves. You know that Asian lady who actually came out to say some nasty things about black people, that her own community did not let it slide. They actually called her out on her bullshit, telling her that she is also a danger to their own community. She's a danger to black people and her own community. And then we're asking her what even actually gave her the morale to actually make that video and posted it. And they were asking, what does what you are talking about got to do with you? Because that is not even your own, it is not your concern. But because you want to be a pick-me white woman, you decided to call black people out, and now black people are also calling you out on your BS. And then now they also decided to call her out on her own BS. I mean, a lot of people that actually spoke were like, do you really understand how all these things work? Do you know how great black people really fought for us to be where we are, and the rest of it? And you think you can actually come out as a minor, a minority, or as an Asian, to come and talk to black people and all that? And people were like, if you are defending this girl or something, you are part of the problem, and you need to reevaluate yourself. And the reality is that that girl really needs to reevaluate herself, because black people actually took down that video she made, and they took it down. She also came back to say that, yes, I said what I said, and I am not backing down on it. Black people are ready to desist, and the rest of it. I am rolling this clip. We'll come back to talk about it, and I absolutely want to read all your comments. Let me know what you all think in the comment section.
I'm tired of black people using the race card all the time and then be like, yeah, your ancestors enslaved.
What does anything you have to say have to do with you or any other Asian? Like, for real, did your ancestors own any enslaved Africans? The answer is no. The conversations we should be having as Asians is, why are we upholding white supremacy, namely certain Asian women? So instead of pandering to all those live, laugh, love fucking white girls in yoga pants on your comments, I'm gonna give you some things to be concerned about. Filipinos who were forced to eat dog in a human zoo exhibit, the Chinese Immigration Exclusion Act, Japanese internment camps. And today in 2023, they are passing laws to prevent Asians from purchasing property in certain areas. And while you're at it, also look up how the black community included Asians in the civil rights movement. I encourage you and anyone who looks like you or me to look up the real history on how this country has treated the Asian community. Go wash some rice and stop being such a fucking pick-me.
And I don't even want to touch on the whole, you can't be racist against white people thing.
You can't be racist to white people, Olivia. Racism is privilege plus power, something you and I really don't have, most especially black people. The little breadcrumbs of privilege that you're so dearly holding on to are just used to wedge us between the black community. You are educated enough to be dangerous, but not critical thinking enough to be smart. And what I mean by my first video is, you and I, we're not neither black nor white. And if we can't support, then we need to stay the fuck out of it. You're adding your narrative in a situation that has nothing to do with you. It's called minding your business. And I truly pity you, because you're in a community that makes you assimilate, makes you forget the basis morals that you were raised with, makes you the talking piece to spread hate. And I'm blessed to be with a community that allows me to be unapologetically Asian. My biggest fear about you, Olivia, is that you're not only a danger to the black community, you're a danger to us. And it truly is not about white people. It's about white supremacy. But you like to race bait and rage farm to fit your weak ass narrative. If this is the only way you can become popular, I feel bad for you.
Bleach demons? If you haven't already seen that video, protect your peace, don't go watch it. She has nothing to say. We already know that addressing racism is not racism, and if you're defending and only being cheered on by people who are consistently on the wrong side of history, maybe reevaluate yourself, because at the end of the day, they don't want her any more than they want me. The only thing that I had to add is watching a person of Chinese descent feign confusion and shock over the term bleach demon is too ironic. Not to mention, she decided to go on this crusade over a video in which a black creator was responding to a comment from a white person saying that even they don't trust white people.
Tired of black people using the race card all
I just want to say that obviously not every single Asian agrees with her or thinks that way, and I think stuff like this sets communities back. So here are some quick reminders that will set things into perspective. Black people did not drop nuclear bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Black people did not drop Agent Orange in Vietnam. Black people did not put Asian people in concentration camps. Black people did not sign off on the Chinese Exclusion Act. As a minority in America, I'm very thankful for the black community for their sacrifices they have made for pushing the civil rights for minorities. I am not an expert in politics or social policies. I'm just a tech bro software engineer, but I do think that this is a prime example of why education on minority issues such as slavery and systemic racism should be taught more in depth in classes. I think another problem is that education around American slavery and its impacts isn't really taught around the world. So I just want to emphasize one more time that education around minority issues needs a revamp, not just in the United States, but also around the world. Because the current education around this stuff is evidently not working, because there's people in power who believe that slavery benefited black people, which is insane.
I'm tired of black people using the race card all the time and then be like, yeah, your ancestors enslaved.
Dude, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Stop trying to be a pick-me girl. You sound so stupid. What was it about that video that made you feel so It wasn't even about you. That video had nothing to do about the Asian community at all, and you felt the need to insert yourself in for why. Your opinions don't matter, okay? And on top, what, like, I don't understand why we can't just get along. I don't understand why you felt the need to say some shit. Listen, the sooner you start realizing that we're all very similar, the more you will understand that we are all allies for a reason. Like, girl, the black community has done more to help out. If you like my Chester poster, keep looking at it. Oh my god, this is why I can't do videos. I cannot stay on topic for the life of me. It's not my fault. Blame my ADHD.
And I feel bad for y'all. Not that bad, though, because your ancestors suck and you're stinky and evil.
Girl, they're never gonna pick you. It's called the model minority myth for a reason, because it's a fucking myth.
And I feel bad for y'all. Not that bad, though, because your ancestors suck and you're stinky and evil.
And I'm tired of seeing fellow Asian people ride so hard for white people. You know how they see us. You know how white people view Asian women. Stop it. They will never fully accept you. Or me. Look, if you want to be a token for the bleach demons, go for it. But how dare you bring us with you? I hope that the creator you used as a stage to spew your bullshit has a fantastic day. And I hope that you do a lot of self-reflection.
Tired of black people using the race card all the time and then be like, yeah, your ancestors enslaved.
So I noticed that you still have your surname, your Asian surname. Black Americans don't have that, but you think they should just stop talking about, it's called chattel slavery, where they lost their families. They were separated by Europeans, so now they have European last names, but you feel like, oh, they need to stop speaking about it. Interesting.
Because I'm tired of black people using the race card all the time and then be like, yeah, your ancestors.
The education on slavery is only getting worse, and this is why we need to educate others. Listen up, girl, because I'm only going to tell you this one. American slavery was the worst form of slavery because it sought to justify by combining slavery with race. There are many other countries who've enslaved people. However, they've also enslaved their own people, combined with other mixed races. America was the only country who felt that their race was superior to slavery. Even after the Emancipation Proclamation, where slavery was abolished, there is still an entire system created for black people to be inferior to white people. Did slaves in other countries benefit off of slavery too? Or are we only the ones educating that in this country? Let's not forget that our mad leaders have also developed slavery into torturing, raping, and killing many slaves for no reason. No one should be punished for their ancestors' sins. But your ancestors benefited off of money and inheritance from there. And I'm sure that you're benefiting off of that inheritance too. That inheritance that your ancestors built from slavery. Don't you remember that? I mean, yeah, what are you gonna do? Give it up in this economy? Oh, you fucked up, friend.
That though, because your ancestors suck and you're stinky and evil. Anyways, for all the bleach demons willing to learn.
Bleach demons?
You're not as bad as the rest.
It's really surprising to me that she cannot hear the blatant racism in her own voice. Like, bleach demons? Really? Do you have a word for Asians as well? Do you have a word for black people as well?
Hi, Olivia. Fellow Asian here. I'm gonna call you out on your bullshit. If the black community does not trust white people, I don't fucking blame them. Hell, I don't blame them for not trusting us. But here's what you should not do as a member of BIPOC. Number one, you should know that BIPOC people cannot be racist because we can't control any fucking thing in this country because we don't hold the majority. But you have no right to tell her how to feel about the absolute abhorrent history of the black community when it comes to the history of this country. So step the fuck off of your high horse. See, they have you so brainwashed and thinking, oh, I'm accepted. I'm one of the model minority myth bullshit. They don't give a shit about you either. Shocking. So you voted that way, huh? Kung Flu, ring a bell? But then again, I watched through your page. And you've got some issues yourself.
Dudes out there, listen up. I feel like this is not news. No, she's not gonna love you for your personality. I know, maybe your friends told you otherwise, but they're probably either ignorant or just deceitful. Don't get me wrong, personality is super important. We all love a good joke, but there is nothing in the world that's as important as the ability to provide for a family, especially in times of hardship, and that usually would require discipline. And you weighing 400 pounds and eating 2 cheeseburgers and fries and washing it all down with a Diet Coke on a date just doesn't convey discipline to me.
So now you're judging people by their weight, what they eat. Everybody's supposed to be a certain type of way according to your views. No one asked your opinion, especially any men of any stature. But I also noticed this on your page.
Here's why I think the transgenderism as we know now in the West is a trend. Now,
a successful uterus transplant and
So this video is for all the people in my comment section.
Took a brand deal with a company that I loved, and I posted a sponsored video to my page.
I'm an almost 30-year-old man. This is what I look like. This is what I sound like.
So I'm applying to go somewhere.
So this happened.
take it from someone.
Gender reaffirming surgery.
Sir, put your hands behind your back right now. Everyone should know that I'm a trans woman. I've always been known as...
If you are straight, first of all, if child trans, but Pe0ple.
Trans you as Army Officer High.
So transgenderism, you feel is a trend. Like wearing mom jeans now. I suggest that you do some research. Maybe talk to some people from the trans community instead of blatantly coming on the internet and showing your transphobia or your bigotry, your hate, against certain communities, certain body statures. Nobody gives you the right to judge anybody. And going back to the beginning of this video, when you said, do you have a word for Asian people? I have a word for Asian people like you. But I'm not going to say it. Educate yourself. Do better. Because the majority of the Asian community, we don't agree with you. And we sure as hell don't vote like you
So
do.
this is all I got from the stitches, and I love the fact that all of them, all the Asians actually came out to call her out on her bullshit. Number one is that this is not even her. I don't know what, what she was thinking when she started making the video. And she probably was making the video probably for views and all that, but then I see so much that she is so anti-black and anti-woke and the rest of it. And looking at the whole thing surrounding her, she made that video. She probably want to write on black people's, because when you make a video about black people, sometimes they tend to get more views and all that, but that actually did not happen. I know she actually went viral, and a lot of people, a lot of black people came really so hard on her. And guess what? Reported the video was taken down. Yeah, and she actually made another video saying that I am not backing down on what I said. Black people are being racist and the rest of it. Black people can be racist. I'm like, they are asking her, how can we, do we even have the, if we really do have the power? Oh my goodness, the people we are going to start with, you just do not have, just say no more. But we do not have that power. We cannot be. So stop that your Red's disease bullshit and the rest of it, And it's just sad how some of them do not really know the history, or they probably know the history, but they just still want to gaslight black people. And you all heard of some of them saying how black people help them out and the rest of it, and how they are also still to this very moment ripping black people off. When you go to black neighborhoods, or you see our Asian stores and all that, that's why they keep saying black dollar don't even stay, spend 30 minutes in black community. It's always Asian stores. And it's time you all stop patronizing them and all that. Let them let them learn. Because how do you all rip a particular people off and still do not like them? How do you all do that? And the fact that they were all set up, all those stores were all set up by the colored people, because the colored people did not want them in their own environment. So they gave them loan to go to black community and open stores so that they can take away black people. And you see how these people, how cray they are. Very, very evil. For each thing they are, you think they are really being nice, but nothing. They have never tried to be nice to black, but rather they will look for a way to that money you worked for, you worked so hard for, they look for a way to take it out from your own community, then give it to another community. And they always come here to claim sense. This is where I am going to draw the curtain. Thank you so much for the support, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.